I didn't see you there. Welcome to my Peace Corps Cribs video. Today, I will take you on a tour of my humble estate. I live in Bangol Som in Orhangai Aymag in Mongolia. My Som, or town, has an estimated population of 5,000 people. My ger has an estimated population of 2. Myself and my dog Howard, whom you will be meeting later in the video. But first, I will take you on a tour of the inside of my ger to give you an idea of what it is like to be an American living in the Mongolian countryside. So please, sit back, grab some tea, and enjoy. Okay, first things first, let me introduce you, come here, to the other occupant of this ger. This is Howard. She is my dog. She is the light of my life. I love her. She's about 4 months old, about 25 pounds. She's going to be a beast. She's a Mongolian dog. I found her wandering the Somme and picked her up and took her home because that's how things work around here with dogs. This is very unusual in Mongolia. Most people, especially when you live in a small Somme, do not have pet dogs, and they never let them inside their houses or gers. So it's very unusual for me to have this. It's been a cultural learning experience for a lot of people, which is good. I just tell them that she's an American dog. She's also very hot. She doesn't want to sit up at all. But yeah, she sleeps inside with me. I'm sitting on her bed right now. She doesn't like that. Sometimes it gets really hot in my ger, and she's obviously designed for winter. She also is extremely dirty. She is a filthy, filthy dog because I have very limited options on how to wash her, and I let her run around for most of the day outside, or I have her tied up in front of my ger, but either way she's outside. Yeah, you have something in your eye, darling. And recently she got injured. She was bit by another dog, which is not an uncommon thing to happen to puppies here. But she's healing up nicely, so that's good. I'm able to wrap it. The wrapping stays on for about an hour. And yeah, but she comes inside, she eats a full meal. I was able to buy some puppy chow in Ulaanbaatar when I was there, and yeah, she's a well-fed dog, up to date on her vaccines. And I am intending to take her home with me when I close out my service. But yes, it's been a very strange thing having a dog in Mongolia. People ask me about it all the time. They mostly think it's really funny that I let the dog inside my house. Most dogs in Mongolia are kept outside. They're guard dogs. They're called hasha dogs. Hasha is property in Mongolian. And yeah, so people just think it's really, really weird that the American has a dog. I thought first I would show you my kitchen area. This is where the magic happens. As you can see, I have my standard issue Peace Corps water filter. Put water in here. It's got a filter in there called a candle. Filter's in there. Drink it from there. Howard also drinks it from there sometimes, trying to train her out of that. Here I have my stove and oven unit. It's got 2 burners and an oven. It would be very fancy, except for the fact that only this burner works. This burner has 2 settings, off and surface of the sun hot. So it makes it a little bit challenging to cook in here, but I get by. If I have anything that needs to be simmered, I use my rice cooker. It's a wonderful device. It brings things to a boil and then simmers them for a while. So it works out perfectly for things. I have some gumbo soup heating up in there right now from a care package. This is my refrigerator. I purchased this refrigerator in my first couple of weeks at site because I just decided that I really felt like I needed a refrigerator to keep my food safe and clean and everything. It's not a necessity. It was just something that I felt would make me happier, so I bought it. Yeah, so it's a fairly sizable fridge. It's got a freezer up here and a refrigerator down there. It's yeah, it's a refrigerator. You know what they do. So yeah, this is my kitchen area. By the way, I am on my knees right now. Everything is very small. I mostly cook while squatting, so that's also fun. Yeah. Alright, so that's kitchen area. Hello. Welcome to kitchen area number 2. This is my food and everything else cabinet. Right now I've got some dog treats, thanks to my Aunt Ruthie. And I've got a lot of dried fruit, lots of tea. This is where I keep all of my foodstuffs, obviously. My snack cabinet filled with American goods, which are great. Bunch of crap up here. I considered cleaning and organizing my space a little bit more before I started making this video, but then I thought, let's show them how I really live. This is how I really live, with a bunch of stuff everywhere. It's great. This cabinet has most of my staples in it. Rice is a big thing in Mongolian culture, and it's delicious. Put stuff on it, it's wonderful. Garlic, onions are easily acquired here, so that's also a staple of mine. Come across canned tomatoes every once in a while, so that's been nice. Make some pasta sauces. Flour, obviously. Mongolians eat a lot of dough products. I've gotten better at making dough. I'm still not good at it. But I mostly make American foods. Yeah. Every once in a while I'll try my hand at Shul, but it's vegetable soup. But it's never very good. I just can't do it. Got some extra pots and pans down here and some vinegar, which is great. And then all my bowls and my plates are in there. Yeah. Kitchen area number 2. This is door and sink area. If you haven't noticed, I am going around in a circle and just showing you things as I find them. This is my Ger door. It's the only door in the Ger. It's heavily decorated. It's very pretty. I like it. It's happy and joyful. This handy little device is called a Ger alarm. What it is there's 2 metal prongs here. And when they separate, it makes a very, very loud, obnoxious noise. So put this in here at night, and you put the prongs in the gap between the door and the frame. And if anybody opens the door late at night, or at any time, the alarm will go off, and hopefully my Hasha family will come running to rescue me. That's the idea, anyway. So this is a security device that Peace Corps issues all Ger dwellers, which is really good. It's a good security device. Another thing that is in this area is my water sow, which, oh god, is full right now. So this is what I use to get my water from the Hodak, which is about 500 meters away. Usually I put it on a little cart, although for the past week, oh god, our cart has been broken, so my Hasha family has been nice enough to use their car to fetch water for me, which has been great. I really hope it continues. This is my sink. Basically what it is you put water in here. Water drips down out of the spigot. When it's full, it's empty right now. Down into the sink. Below the sink is a bucket. Empty the bucket periodically. And it's simple as that. This provides some nice storage space for my laundry detergent and everything. This is how I wash dishes. They do have nice antibacterial dish soap here. It smells like lemon. It's wonderful. Little scrub brush. Use some boiled water. Scrub stuff up, rinse it off. Normal dishwashing process. Rags to dry. This is my towel I use for my body. Yeah. And that is sink and door and sow area. This is table area. Table area is not very exciting. It's got a calendar, which my sew made for their 90th anniversary, which is pretty cool. It's got a table, which I use to throw random stuff on. And it's got a little bit of storage space underneath it, which I use to keep my dog food there, and my steamer, which is that big metal thing you can see there, which is used to make boats and other steamed foods. I don't use it that often, so it's just sitting down there. But Sagansar is coming up, and I've been told that I will need to make at least 100 boats for that, so that should be fun. I also could not find a proper place to prop up the iPhone, which is why I'm not in this shot, and why it's a little bit shakier than normal. I imagine I'm not going to find a spot for this area either, so we're just going to move on, continue on in our circle. This is my bookshelf where I keep some presents that I got for my birthday, other sentimental items, also a bunch of school supplies and books, and everything else. Yeah, as you might notice, the gears are quite lacking in storage space. I do not have a whole lot of it, so I have to make do with what I've got. This is my shkof, which is one of my favorite Mongolian words. It's my clothes cabinet. I'm not going to open it because I did clean a little bit before this video, but really I just shoved a bunch of my stuff into that and it is exploding with stuff, so I'm not going to open it. But right now it does have a lot of family pictures on it, which I really like. It's also got pictures from a sports competition that the teachers did in my SOM, which was really fun. Our team won first place, woo! I also just keep a bunch of stuff on top of it, my lotion and other bath things. That's my smoke detector, which Peace Corps issues, which has come in handy several times because my gear likes to fill with smoke. This is my jump rope clothesline, which I use to hang up my clothes inside my gear. It's great. These are my cheater fire sticks down there. Don't tell anyone, but I totally cheat at making fires, and it's great, and I love it. This is my favorite area of my gear, which is my sitting area. It's right now covered in stuff. Again, I wanted you guys to see how I actually live. So this is where I hang out for most of the time that I'm in my gear. This also turns into my bed. I have my sleeping bag up here. I unfold that. I've got blankets over there. Yeah, it's great. This cabinet here is a pretty interesting cabinet. I will show you that in just a moment. This thing is kind of worth mentioning. I think it's kind of interesting, in a really boring way. It is a nice little cabinet thing. It's pretty much my only storage furniture piece in the gear, aside from my armoire thing. Howard has been chewing on a vertebrae. That's lovely. Anyway, but it's really cool. It opens up like this. This thing comes down. It's decorated. It's all nice. I've got everything in here I don't ever use. It's mostly my summer stuff, some old Peace Corps paperwork that I only need, like, you know, in select situations, and also my overnight bag, which I only need when I leave my site, which is not often. So yeah, it's a really handy device. Also, the other use that it serves me, or the other purpose that it serves me, is that I tie Howard up to here. With her leash, I just slip it through here, and at night she has a radius of about 5 feet that she can go. I wasn't able to buy a crate in Ulaanbaatar last time I went, so that is my solution to the crate issue. But yeah, it works out really well. It's pretty nice, and she's still able to bounce up on my bed if it gets cold down here. So yeah, it works out nicely. Okay, so now it's winter in Mongolia as I'm filming this, so I thought you guys might be interested to know how I make my fires, which is one of my main tasks that I have to do every day, twice a day. So first we're going to go outside and collect some coal, because that is the main fuel source that I use in my fires. So let's go outside. So this is my coal pile. Also there's some puppies. Ah, look how they're adorable! That one's not mine, that's thing one. Get down, girl. That one's mine. And then there's thing two. Yeah, I've got a brood out here. Anyway, this is my coal pile. This is where I come out to get all of my fuel and everything. And yeah, basically what I do is I take this hammer and I hit those rocks and I put them all into that tube bin. And I take it all back inside to my house. So yeah, it's a pretty exciting process. There's also a bunch of chopped wood over here, which obviously the dogs enjoy playing with. And there's also a dung pile, although I don't really burn dung anymore. I did in the fall, and I probably will in the spring, but now that it's winter, it's too cold. So I burn only coal. So I've collected my coal, which is right down there. I've got my chopped wood right in there. And then here's my stove. It's all empty. I've dumped out all the ashes and everything. So I am about ready to start making my fire. First of all, I got to put about half of that coal into there. So catch up with you in a second. Today I'm making a really big fire because it's about 5 p.m. right now, and I want this fire to last all night. Other Peace Corps volunteers are going to be really mad at me when I say this, but I want this fire to last for about 12 to 13 hours, which is not unrealistic for this stove and the amount of coal that I put in. So I put in a ton of coal. I love coal. And then next I'll put paper and wood. So yeah, catch up with you in a second. I save every single piece of paper that comes my way, paper or cardboard, for this specific purpose. I use old envelopes, old exams, cardboard boxes, anything that I can get my hands on that is flammable, I use it as kindling. Also, I have these wonderful handy-dandy oil-soaked sticks, which my lovely dad gave to me. So what I usually do is I put a couple of those in, I will light the paper on fire and then put wood in, and it makes a lovely, lovely fire. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. So now my fire's going. It's also smoking up my gear, so I'm going to put the lid back on. And yeah, that should light the wood, and then the coal will get really hot, the coal will light, and the coal will burn for like 12 hours, which is awesome! I love coal! So yeah, that is how I make my fires. I've gotten it down to a pretty good system, so all told it takes me about 10 minutes to make a fire. I have to do it twice a day, once in the morning and once in the late afternoon or evening, depending on how big my morning fire was. So yeah, that is how I survive winter in my little gear. Alright guys, that's it. That's my gear. This is my life in Mongolia. At least this small bubble of my life in Mongolia. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was educational and enlightening and inspiring. Yeah, not really much else to say, so thank you for watching.